Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Kay Baum, and I'm thrilled to present 3 very deserving awards this evening on behalf of Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice. It's a Peacemaker of the Year Award, a Lifetime Achievement Award, and a Grassroots Solidarity Award. For many years, I have taken photographs capturing the beauty of the natural world all around us, and I have chosen a distinct photograph out of my collection for each award recipient tonight. They will each receive the photograph that was selected especially for them. And now I will hand it over to Christina Paris from WNPJ's member group WAVE, an organization in Milwaukee working to prevent gun violence. Christina made a recording honoring our 2021 Peacemaker of the Year, Debra Gillispie.
My name is Christina Paris. I have known Debra for several years. We met during our mutual efforts to end gun violence and got reacquainted when she worked with me at WAVE for a while. Debra has suffered loss in her family through gun violence, and while seeing her grieve, I also saw her turn her grief into action. She has worked to help surviving families, knocked on doors, made calls, and written letters to countless legislators, urging them to make positive change so that no other family has to experience what she went through. She does not give up. Her tenacity and inner strength shine out into our community and beyond, inspiring others to follow her lead. She has organized events that honor those who have passed away, given a voice to survivors in a video project with several colleges, and she continues to be a spokesperson when the media calls. She also uses the arts to bring the issue of gun violence to the forefront. She's a great connector, and her energy is infectious, and her smile too. She organized a panel with the Milwaukee Repertory Theater when they put on a play about the tragic consequences of losing a family member to gun violence. She also creates a display each year to honor those we have lost every year to gun violence at the Milwaukee Walker's Point Center for the Arts in the Day of the Dead exhibition. Debra is a kind, compassionate, and strong woman. She has empathy for those who have suffered loss and knows how to turn challenging experiences into positive ones. We are fortunate to have such a person in our Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice family. I am honored to introduce Debra Gillispie to you, and I'm so grateful that she's being honored today as the Peacemaker of the Year. Now, the photograph that Mary Kay chose for Debra is the great blue heron. The great blue heron is known to be a protector of the young herons in the rookery, taking turns to guard the nests for other herons as they fetch fish for their young. Its strong and convincing voice provides quick action against predators. Also, the parent heron teaches the young to fly and also how to work as a community in protecting its most vulnerable young ones. Thank you, Debra, for all you do in the heartbreaking role of urging safer communities. Thank you.
Debra, are you with us?
Oh yeah, I was just taking it all in. I apologize.
Oh, you're there. Yay.
I just want to say thank you. But I am so honored to be a member of WNPJ. Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice is an organization that I just thought it was such a blessing that I discovered them. And to be a part of it, that an organization that actually works to bring unity in our community and connect all of the organizations together, I just think I'm blessed. So thank you again for the award.
Thank you, Debra.
Yay, Deborah.
Now I think we're going to turn it over to John Peck.
Yes, here's John again. So I've been asked to present the 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award to Bonnie Block, who is someone I've known for long time. Many of you probably know Bonnie from her work both in Wisconsin and across the country for peace and justice. She's served on the National Board of the Fellowship of Reconciliation, oldest and largest interfaith peace fellowship in the world, and has been director of the Lutheran Peace Fellowship, a national peace and justice organization related to Lutheran church bodies across the country. Locally, she's served as president of the Madison chapter of the UN Association and director of the Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice in the past, which is, well, I first met Bonnie, gosh, way back, way back when, well, Midge Miller and Nan Chait. I mean, there's so many people who I met when I first came to Madison as a young activist who were sort of my guides and mentors, and Bonnie definitely is in that number. She's one of the founders of the Coalition to Ground the Drones and the Wars, a group that organizes protests against drone warfare at the Voke airfield. She's a strong believer, very strong believer in the power of nonviolent direct action, which I've always been impressed by her faith in the ability of nonviolent direct action to bring about social change. She's participated in I don't know how many acts of civil disobedience. At Folk Field, elsewhere, she's been arrested, brought before judges, spent time in jail, which she shares that life experience with some of us in this meeting, in this assembly. But that's always very inspiring and empowering to know about her. She's also very active with the Raging Grannies. Many of you have seen her, I'm sure, at Raging and Granny events throughout Mass and elsewhere. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of all the things that Bonnie Block has done and continues to do in our community. For those who know Bonnie well, it's not hard to see that her courageous actions on behalf of peace and justice are rooted in who she is, in her heart, in her soul. I mean, she cares about people on the planet. She empathizes with them. She, cannot stand to watch people suffering violence and injustice, and is determined to do what she can to alleviate those harms. She is not a passive witness. She is an advocate, an agent for change. I mean, that's what I really admire about Bonnie. I noticed that Mary Kay chose the lady slipper for Bonnie, which is really appropriate. Bonnie's life reminded, I guess, Mary Kay in choosing this, but I didn't even think about this until I read about this. Reminds us of the Ojibwe story about the moccasin flower, about a young woman realizing that she is the one who must make a dangerous journey in winter snow to bring desperately needed medicine to her people and her community. And on the way to the medicine, she loses her moccasins, but she's able to return with the medicine on her bloody feet, and she helps heal her community. So in spring, when we see these bright pink lady slipper orchids, that's where she made that journey to get medicine for her community. And I actually heard this story from some Anishinaabe elders who visited my folks' farm in Minnesota from the Mille Lacs Reservation, where we saw some lady slippers. And I actually heard a version of the story from them too. So that's a very fitting tribute to Bonnie. So one can always count on Bonnie to see the task that's needed. And she definitely lives her life with courage and compassion and, the desire to connect people and transform our world for the better. So, and the healing and nourishment of song is something that the Raging Grannies bring to everyone as well, and laughter as well. So, want to just congratulate for Bonnie for winning the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yay, Bonnie.
Yay, Bonnie.
Well deserved.
I'm not sure what to say. I'm very grateful and sorry about our grandfather clock chiming just now. But thank you. I've been involved with WNPJ for a quarter of a century or more. And it has been such a joy. I've met so many wonderful people from all over the state. There have been just tremendous relationships and actions, and it's just been a blessing. And I really do appreciate it. And I'm so sick of COVID, and I would so like to be doing this in person with all of you. I just would like to hug so many of you that I know and that I'm getting to know. And I'm so pleased both about, you know, the new leadership and the direction toward one of our major threats, which I see as the climate issue. But they're all connected. I use the metaphor of a spider web. You know, whatever part of the spider web you touch, it affects all the rest. And so the militarism and the violence and the sexism and racism and ableism and, you know, the capitalism, in fact, is one of our other issues. And so it's just been such a joy to be part of a network. And I think networks are really important because we do need to be in touch with each other, and we need to listen. I can talk a lot, and so listening is harder, but I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate this honor.
And then I think we're going to turn it over to Vicki then.
I have the honor of presenting the award to the Building Unity team. So the Building Unity team these past 2 years is very deserving of the Grassroots Solidarity Award. Building Unity has been a project of many groups, including WNPJ. Its aim has been to pull together a variety of people and organizations to address pressing issues throughout the state of Wisconsin. They have pursued these efforts on a number of fronts. For instance, Building Unity leaders journeyed for over 3,000 miles in a 34-foot motorhome adorned with signs and banners, variously dubbed the Vote-mobile or the Unity Mobile, to draw attention in numerous locations around the state. They engaged residents around issues that matter to them and registered people to vote. Along these tours and in partnership with organizations, they spoke out for the need for Wisconsinites to truly have a just state budget. Building Unity has logged countless hours fighting for fair maps in our state. They created videos that gave voice for people at the grassroots regarding fair maps and just budget priorities. Building Unity has built connections with multiple people and organizations, which will continue to strengthen coalition work far into the future. And we look forward to working with Building Unity as a member organization in partnership. The photo that Mary Kay chose for the Building Unity team is an ornate box turtle. We are not likening Building Unity or Tim to this reclusive turtle. Rather, Building Unity is like the many environmentalists who reach out to people at the grassroots to encourage their advocacy for better care of our earth. The small ornate is about the size of the palm of your hand. And Mary Kay, well, she says she'll never forget the peekaboo that happened as she got this rare photograph. As she moved closely to the grass toward it, it would pull back under its shell. And if she was still, it would come out again and would curiously look toward her when it heard the click of her camera. The ornates need south-facing grasslands to survive, but that habitat is reducing quickly. The presence of a new endangered ornate box turtles shows a community working hard to preserve the habitat for these sentinels of the environment and ecosystem health for them and for us. Thank you, Tim, Charles, and all the Building Unity team for your strong outreach to gain advocates for sustainability. Tim, you want to say anything, or you don't have to?
Oh,
Charlie,
well,
would you like to say something?
I can certainly say thank you, and it's far, far more than me and Charlie. Mary Kay has certainly put in more hours than any of us can imagine making amazing videos with Dan Folkman. So it's and Tynetta's been at my side through much of the Building Unity work. Debra Gillispie and I've traipsed around in the Unity Mobile with her husband, you know, on our Just Budget tour. It's been a real team effort, and I'm really excited that Building Unity is going to continue to work with WNPJ. I think the stronger board that we've built is going to make a much better platform for building unity in this state. And we would like to support the organization that's best suited to build unity, and that is the Wisconsin Network for Peace and Justice. So thank you for this recognition. That's all I got to say. Anybody else from the Building Unity team want to speak up? Mary Kay, Charlie, Tynetta, Debra? We are going to be getting going again. We've had a bit of a hiatus in the last couple of months, but people can watch and can learn more about what Building Unity and get involved with Building Unity as a project in the months ahead. So WNPJ will certainly be promoting our work. So thank you.
Can I say something about Building Unity?
Hi, you're here.
Yes, Tynetta,
Thank
please.
you, Charles, Tim, and Mary Kay, and everyone that was involved in Building Unity. I met Tim at a sit-in. I was for racial violence and all the stuff that was going on. And in Milwaukee, we wanted to, the older people wanted to do something to make effect. We didn't want to go out there and with the young people. And so we wanted to do something different, but to show our support for the young people that were going out there protesting. So we did a sit-in, and we had, I think 300 or 400 people that showed up, and Tim showed up with his, the Building Unity van and the Globe, and we have been partnering across the state ever since. So I thank him for supporting my event and events that I do and I hold in Milwaukee. And I continue to look forward to working with Building Unity and all the team that is on that in that group. So you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So I thank you, Tim, and meeting everyone else. Because of him, I've met all of you, and I'm grateful for that. So I look forward to working with everyone in the near future.
Thank you to both Tim and Tynetta